Looks like we are live and good to go. Yep, that looks pretty good. Let me check YouTube. YouTube says it's running. Let me go check Twitch on my phone real quick. Make sure everything is sounding good over there. Boopity 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 boop. Okay, we're good. Yippee! All right. Welcome back, everyone. We're back with some more Celeste, Golden Berry, practice and attempts. I actually just remembered that I usually add 6B practice and attempts as like a subtitle on Twitch, so let me add that real quick. Practice and attempts. Amazing. Alright, we should be good to go there. But yeah, we are back at it again after about a week off. Last time, I felt like we were getting pretty close to being within striking distance. Actually, I'd say we were comfortably within striking distance of the Golden Berry. I took an attempt all the way to the second to last room, which was very cool, and then I died in a very tragic way in that final room. But I'm back to do a little bit more of that today, just try and push it even further. We really have like about a room and a half left of possible distance PB before it becomes just getting the berry. I will say I'm honestly not in the best condition today. I came down with a weird little illness over the weekend. And I thought it was like pretty much gone, but honestly it started as sort of like a head sinus cold, and it has now migrated down into my chest. So I've got a bit of a dry cough right now that's definitely not my favorite. And unfortunately that cough also meant I got a pretty poor night of sleep. To be honest, I'm not like super optimistic about my chances today. I think the focus today is going to be not letting the skills atrophy too much. Just try and work on building up that consistency a little bit more, and hopefully I can get a few runs deeper into the level as well. Yeah, that's the plan for the rest of today. Stream schedule going forward into the future. I should be back with some Yakuza tomorrow. For anyone who was there, I finished the main story of Yakuza last week. It was a blast. I'm gonna go back and do probably 2 or 3 streams, maybe a little bit more, but I'm gonna shoot for around 2 or 3 streams worth of Side Quest King content, just sort of wrapping up the last few remaining sub stories. And there's like a couple other optional bits of side content I was gonna look into doing. But yeah, Yakuza is just about coming to a close. So look out for that tomorrow. Later this week, probably either Thursday afternoon or Friday evening, I will be streaming the first Portal game. I've been mentioning this for a while. I've never played the Portal duology. And so for my last little summer mini project, I'm gonna play through those 2 games. Shouldn't take me too long, but I'm excited to see what they have in store for me. Going into next week, I think I'm probably just gonna stick with this sort of standard format. It'll probably be a Monday or Tuesday afternoon Celeste stream, probably a Wednesday evening Yakuza stream, and then Thursday afternoon, Friday evening for another a Portal follow-up. Provided I get it started with this week, which I'm pretty sure I'll be able to. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say announcement-wise. Just to follow up on me being a little bit under the weather still, if I come across as kind of low energy and or I will probably refrain from yapping too much today, because my lungs are definitely still compromised. I don't want to wear out my voice too much. So I'm gonna honestly try and focus on locking in a bit. Might actually work in my work to my benefit in the long run. But yeah, don't if I'm a little lower energy or a little less talkative than usual, that's why. Okay, I think that's just about everything I wanted to say. So no reason to delay any longer. I'm just gonna go ahead and get us over to the Celeste scene, and we'll get going. Yippee wahoo, yay. Nope. Do not disconnect, controller, please. Alright, we're gonna warm up pretty much the same way I have been warming up. Okay, I'm not doing core. I'm gonna warm up pretty much the same way I have been doing, which is starting here, and... Okay, hold on. I need to turn down the volume on my computer a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna start right around here. And take some runs. Just basically aiming for a... That was weird. Basically just aiming for a deathless run of these 2 checkpoints. Okay. Fuck. Okay, that was weird. Haven't done that before. Okay. Come on, brain. Lock back in. You know what to do. I feel like this room often ends up being a bigger sticking point than I initially anticipate it to be. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I will definitely lock in and practice this a bit, because this room just... It causes problems enough that I would like to iron some wrinkles out here. There we go. I'm gonna keep going on this room. I want some better consistency, I'm not gonna lie. I'd really rather this not just be a good god it's a toss-up room. There's enough of those in this level. There we go. That's a much cleaner finish on that room than I had the previous time. too bad. Oh, jeez. That was odd. Better. There we go, slowly getting the consistency back. There we go. That's 3 times in a row. I'll take that for now. Now that's a mistake I haven't made in a hot second. Oh, jeez. Huh. Okay. 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 It's okay. It worked out in the end. Okay. And now for the big fucker. No, I thought I would have had the clearance there. It went a little later than I thought. Otherwise, I could have stalled there for a second. You know, I think I might practice this room, like actually sit down and practice this room, try and get some consistency. Damn it. See, if you can get around that bend faster, I think it's better, too. Like, I think that should be what I plan on, because if you can pull it off, it makes the rest of the room a lot more consistent. And I think going a little earlier on that first stall can kind of fix that problem of possibly running into the laser there. So let's keep that in mind going forward, I think. Okay, so we go here. Yep, go a little earlier, hopefully. And this time, okay. I am making it around those fast enough, I'm just flubbing the execution on the feather afterwards. Just full dash direction misstep right there. There we go. Then that goes. Go up, we go over. And like so. Definitely practice that a little bit more. I got the gist down at this point. Like I have in my mind a more consistent setup. And I have practiced at this room enough that I feel like I have some decent recovery options if all goes poorly, like it just did. That was an amazing recovery, actually. Go me. No, oh my god. That's so sad. That was so close to being good. There we go. It's like 4 out of 3 on that right now. That's not too bad. Alright, it's bad if I do shit like that. Or that. Come on, the Wiggles haven't been giving too much trouble. Okay, fuck. Nope, we're good. There we go. Shoot. Alright. Definitely started that feather a little off, unfortunately. Okay. I'm not sure if that was actually 3 in a row, but I was feeling pretty comfortable in the consistency there. Okay. There we go. Cool. Alright, now we'll go for some actual full runs of this checkpoint. Now that I've locked in some individual room practice. Okay, well, I haven't made that mistake in a little bit. Oh my goodness. That made me a little nervous. Apparently nervous enough to fuck up that part as well. Oh, rats. Little fast. Little fast. Hello, Armageddon. Welcome in. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Cool. Okay, let's readjust this, because that's happened a couple times at this point. And I don't like it. Very much not a place where I need to be dying. What? That's sad. That was stupid. There we go. Should not have taken that many attempts. Oh, really? I flubbed that timing twice? There we go. That's what's supposed to happen there. Damn. I thought I was being fast enough there. Guess not. Oh, what the hell? That is not the angle I usually take that on, and it shows, because I fucking died. Okay. Unfortunate that that took as long as it did. Okay. Not a great first full run through, unfortunately. Practice seemed to pay off on room 5 of this sequence, but nowhere else. A lot of it was just silly mistakes, though. Oop, 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 oop. Came in a little high there. No! That was very... Okay. I thought I had for sure given myself enough extra space there, but no, I guess not. There we go. I think I made the loop too wide there, which resulted in the energy ball going off at a less favorable angle than usual. Fuck. Wrong dash direction? That kind of sucked. I don't know what I'm doing there. Nope, just go back. I don't know why my brain told me to just try something different there. It's not helping. Because I can just do that much more consistently. It's maybe less quick and elegant, but it's way more consistent. Ooh, my goodness. Little tight there, but we made it through. Nice. Alright. There were really only two major issues there. There were the two deaths and the two very silly deaths in the one room, and then the less silly death in the in like room 4. But overall, that was a much improved run over the first few. But if I just don't warm up checkpoints 1 and 2 today, would that be shooting myself in the foot? That might be shooting myself in the foot. That was a real brain moment right there. I probably still need to warm up at least checkpoint 1. Really? Huh. I'm surprised that I didn't get close enough for the actual hit to trigger. There we go. Better. Wow. Okay, much better. That wasn't good enough for the boost? God damn it. Oh. I don't know why my brain's telling me to do some weird bullshit again, but here we are. In this instance, it kind of worked out, but... Oh, didn't go high enough. I cleared the laser just fine. Oh my god. Well, I fucked up and now I have to do that shit. It worked out, though. Again, I've had so much practice with that room at this point that, like... there at least is a chance that I can save it with some shenanigans if I start to fuck up. That run was much less good. Oh, that's such a shame. I do actually know how to avoid that death now. It has happened to me enough times that I know how to avoid it. Wow. Brain. We don't need to be doing all that. Very, very unnecessary. The line is not that tight there. Now this is where you do need to worry about taking sketchy lines. Oop. Little odd. but it worked out. Okay. So I will give this run that. That was a deathless second half. First half was definitely a little bit rough, but the second half went quite well. So at least that's a deathless segment. Oh. That's really depressing. Fucking up the dash direction there kind of sucks. Okay. Woo! Okay. That took a distressingly long amount of time to get a clear of that room. Very unfortunate. I don't know what happened with my brain there, but that's unfortunate. Just did not press the jump on time. Got to text. Oh. Okay, there we go. Well, that's depressing. Yeah, that was a kind of terrible run. Just all around bad. Wow. Okay. Holy fuck, that should not have worked. I'm glad it did. It shouldn't have. I don't know why I keep doing that. Why am I over-anticipating that? Do I need to practice this room as well? This room has not been going super well. It showed promise early on, but it's kind of degraded since then. Might have just been a fluke at the beginning. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna just practice this room for a bit. It's definitely causing enough problems to warrant that, I think. Okay, better. Now if we could just do that somewhat consistently, that'd be great. Oh. Okay. That was fine. Alright. That's a bit better on the consistency on that room now. To be honest, when I'm going through and practicing these things, it feels like the room-by-room consistency is decent. But I'm, like, struggling to keep the focus long enough to string a lot of good rooms together. Fuck. Still some dumb bullshit in this room. Every time I've made it here in an actual full practice attempt. I mean, more than a few runs have died to that room. Like, actual Golden Berry runs. Which is a shame. Oh my god. Ah. Little sketch. Okay. To be honest, I feel like that's about as consistent as I'm willing to get that right now. I feel like that's about as much as I have in me. So I am not going to skip practicing the first segment altogether. I will probably just go for the 3 in a row on some of the more difficult rooms. Or more error-prone rooms, I guess. However you want to put it. I'll leave that room be. I'll leave that room be. I will practice this one more substantially, though. Oh shit, okay, well... I'll come back to that later, maybe. I meant to actually practice that. The feathers have not been the best today, to be honest. I don't really know what the fuck happened there. It's not the dash direction I was looking for. Okay. And I guess we need to practice this room as per usual. Damn. Okay. Of all the rooms, I don't want to be dealing with this one today. Oh, bumpers, how I loathe you. Really? That was too low. Wow, this room wants to murder me today for some reason. There we go. Okay. Fuck! What is happening? Brain, you can do it, I promise. Alright, whatever. And I'm gonna count that even though I might have died had I let that keep going. Okay, that's more what we're looking for. Are we for real? Better. Not better. That's what we're looking for. There we go. Okay, that sucks. Goofy odd death. Don't do that one very often. Okay, there were still some dumb, goofy deaths happening there, but it's better. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Fucking Jesus. Okay, that was really awkward, but it did work. Hype. That was 3 in a row. Honestly, not terrible for that room. That was pretty good rates. Just gonna run through checkpoint segment 2 real quick. Hopefully you won't need to do anything too crazy here to refresh my memory, but yeah, I think it'll be good to at least have gone through each of these runs each of these rooms once before I actually start doing anything too crazy. Ooh, that sucks. That does suck, actually. This is definitely not a room that you need to be dying to. Okay, brain. Once is bad enough, twice is getting embarrassing. There we go. Like, I'm not even gonna let my brain practice that room. That's how dumb it would be if that happened in an actual room. It still might. Cool. Felt pretty good there. Not gonna exhaust myself too much with more practice, to be honest. Even though that room could be a sticking point. Okay. Goodness. I'm gonna call that good on practice. About an hour into stream. We'll get started on some actual runs. The room by room consistency hasn't been terrible. There's been a couple of rooms that have just decided to be fucking butts here and there, but, I do truly think that the room by room consistency has been decent overall. I think the struggle for me today is going to be getting my brain to function for long enough to actually string together a decent run. I'll maybe play around with some fun brain break ideas to keep things fresh. Like, I don't think I've done Wordle today or anything like that, so once I get a few of these runs going, I'll mess around with the Wordle maybe. Not that I think Wordle's gonna go much better. That's it. We're gonna start the Wordle with bread today, y'all. Not that I think the Wordle's gonna go much better than actual Celeste runs, considering my current condition. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, the writing was on the wall. That room was gonna eat at least one run today. Probably a lot more. Oh my god. I really hate getting the straight up and down bounce off of that, out of that one. Because I feel like I'm going further left on that one to correct for the issue where I end up too low. But it is definitely possible to overcorrect there, which is kind of annoying. The window is... The angle on that bumper is definitely not super forgiving. Really? We're gonna die to a dash direction misinput? Again? Not even to the fucking golden feather part of that room. Which is the part where I expect to have issues. There we go. Ooh. I came out of that pretty hot. I was not sure if that was going to work or not. It did work, though. Alright, sick. Yippee! There we go. Segment 1 exit. Not too far into stream. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. What the fu- Brain. Brain. That was silly and dumb. Of all the rooms, why? I should have expected that. I brushed that off during practice because it was irritating me. Runs that die to segment 2 are just kind of irritating. Because, like, pretty much a run that makes it past segment 1 is, like, that's like a viable run right there. Like, that could go deep. I don't know why I have been making that dash direction error so much today. It's like my brain picks one or two goofy-ass mistakes and just repeats them for a day, and then they never come back. Like, again, another issue with that same dash direction. Oh, that sucks. That's very sad. Too low? Oh my god. Dumb bullshit. You can do it, brain. Lock the fuck in. You can do it. Really? That room is really killing me today. No, are we fucking for real? Are we so for real right now? Why that room? Why that room? I'm so sad. I'm so blue. Oh, okay then. There we go. Cool. Checkpoint 1, or rather segment 1 exit, or however you want to delineate these things. Finally got out of segment 1 hell, though. That's what's important. I'm stupid. I don't know why I let go there. These segment 2 deaths are really making me sad. What? Huh? Huh? I swear I pressed a laugh. I swear. I promise. Damn it. There we go. I knew that was about to happen. I knew that. I knew it. That time I could tell I was going too far left. Please free me from checkpoint 1 hell. Is it worth just going back and practicing more? I just don't know. I do feel like there's some degree of, like, eventually I just need to conserve some mental stamina and just, like, hope that things go well in checkpoint 1. Okay. Oh my god. The consistency of that death is killing me right now. Ads be gone! Welcome in, CD. Good to see you around. How are you doing this fine afternoon? Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay. We're okay. It's alright, you know? It's okay. All is well that ends well, and that ended well. Whether or not the whole run ends well will remain to be seen, but that ended well. Oh god. Things are feeling a little sketchy right now. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Jesus. Woo! Need to stop scaring myself. Okay, so my fingernail caught on the power cord, which bumped it slightly out of place, which disconnected the controller, which meant that that run died. All a day in the life. I read the news today, oh boy. I'm doing quite well. Sorry, my stream was delayed. I've actually had the stream open for like an hour on mute, but I had to take care of something first. Giving you a review nonetheless. Gotcha. Okay. Brain took a second to actually read that. Experimenting with note blocks. Alright. That sounds fun. Fuck, it's harder than I thought. Yeah, back when I was doing the sort of Minecraft server development stuff, one of our big plans was to try and get a big like custom soundtrack written by Whiskers. Just something we talked about with Whiskers. So we were hoping to get a big custom, like, note block music soundtrack written by Whiskers. And I actually put together a fun little fancy schmancy program that sort of read a note block music file, if you've seen those before, like a note block music file, and actually played it in-game. It's pretty nifty. It worked quite well, actually. So there was, like, I think it was called, like, Note Block Studio or something. It's basically a DAW that's, like, exclusively designed for note block music. And it spit out its own custom file format. And I think there were other tools out there that you could use to read these files. But I basically just sort of, like, integrated something like that directly into our existing, like, dispatch system that we were using for effects and all sorts of jazz like that. Particle effects, text effects, all sorts of stuff. Oh my fucking god, I'm stupid. The only way to time beats is every tick. Yep. 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 Yeah, I 100% know what you're talking about, CD. Trust I know. Actually, that sort of dispatch system thing that I mentioned has a fair bit of lore. Jeez Louise. Surrounding it. It was actually a pretty sophisticated piece of software that was designed to sort of send updates to the player client. It literally, we formatted it so that it could be configured to, like, dispatch just about anything. So that includes things like the note block stuff that I mentioned, particle effects, so sort of like cosmetic particle effects. Did, like, helix-based arrow trails. That was pretty fun to figure out. And then we had a lot of, like, sophisticated text effects as well, so that you could get sort of, like, text-based animations going, which were also very cool. But it was set up to be very flexible, so we were eventually planning on sort of, like, expanding it to include, like, more sophisticated things like Mob AI updates was something you could have probably sent out. Basically, the Minecraft client, or sorry, the Minecraft server communicates with the client through something called packets. And we basically had it set up so you could create a dispatcher type with just about whatever packet you wanted. And we got very sophisticated with the timing system on these. Like, I think what we ended up doing was making it so that you could dispatch things on more like a millisecond to millisecond basis. And of course, the client would process them at whatever rate it could, which ended up being on the order of ticks. But you could still, I think we made it work so that you could still send them out with a finer grained timing distinction. Probably one of the most interesting things we ever did with that system was I literally converted an entire episode of the 7 Deadly Sins into individual frames, and I dispatched them onto a Minecraft map by mapping each individual image pixel onto one of the map colors, which does require a fair bit of color compression, but it still turned out pretty nifty. But yeah, buried somewhere in my photos reel is an episode of the 7 Deadly Sins anime. It wasn't the first episode, by the way. I want to say it was like episode 19 or something fucking stupid. Maybe not 19. It wasn't the first one, but I think it was still using the first opening. Maybe. Actually, the details are escaping me right now, but yeah, we set it up so that you could literally play anime episodes in Minecraft, and I'm fucking stupid. The dash completely wrecked that run. That's unfortunate. Was it season 2, episode 3? Fuck, I fucking wish it was, to be honest. Oh, Seven Deadly Sins. What a show! What a fall off for Seven Deadly Sins. I've got a tangent about that real quick. Seven Deadly Sins was, I thought, a pretty dang well put together show for like, you know, for being like, yeah, it's just a pretty well put together show. Sorry, brain will catch up in a second. And I even, when the second season finished airing, I actually switched to the manga because I was liking it so much. Unfortunately, the Seven Deadly Sins anime has one of the most legendary fall-offs in history when they changed studios after the second season. Like, truly, it has given us some of the most god-awful frames of animation I've ever seen. Animations in heavy quotation marks, by the way. Alright, here. Let me actually catch up on what CD was saying, because I kind of just went on a tangent. Only way to time beats is every tick. Yeah, I went over this. 0.1 seconds, which is hard for certain BPMs. Yeah, 121 BPM would not work very well, would it? Second hard thing is specifically the mechanism to play the song. Basically, I'm making this in survival. Pressing a button activates a song, makes a loop, and then pressing it again stops a song from looping. Sound easy to make? No dead run. No, that does not sound easy to make, CD. I know for a fact that that's not easy to make. So I guess that's how people make those Bad Apple and Minecraft videos. Oh yeah, it's actually, like... Once you know the, like, trick with the maps, it's really fucking easy. Our system, like, I had it set up at one point so that you could basically stick any fucking video file into our system, and it would read the video file, convert it into individual frames, convert each of those frames into Minecraft maps. And I even did it so that you could basically resize and adjust aspect ratio, and so that you could split the image across multiple maps. So at one point, I actually had, like, a 1920 by 1080p video running in Minecraft, split across multiple maps so that each map pixel corresponded to one, like, actual pixel. So I could even get, like, HD resolution in there. The only problem that I ended up finding with that is that doing, like, full HD resolution in Minecraft actually uses so many packets that no matter how efficient I made it on the server end, the client simply couldn't process the packets fast enough. Like, using these, like, I had it, like, for a long time, I kept trying to make it work with full HD resolution videos. And I was just, it was baffling me because it was slowing down, like, it looked like it was lagging to a halt. But if you actually checked the internal ticks per second of the server, there was basically no effect from the standard 20 TPS. And so what we ended up determining is that the client simply couldn't keep up with that many packet updates, regardless of how fast the server itself could send them out. Which was really irritating. But once you decreased the resolution to, like, sort of like a 720 by 1080 type resolution, it didn't have that problem anymore. I know the song. Okay, I'm excited to see what you have made, CD. Very excited. Are we for real right now? I've been stuck in checkpoint 1 hell for so long. I've only gotten a few runs even to checkpoint 2, and all of them have died to some stupid bullshit. I did kind of realize it was going to be a bit of a crapshoot whether or not I was going to get a ton of progress today, though. I'm definitely still feeling a bit under the weather. Average bi-weekly Leo Arcturus cold. Yeah, pretty much. I get sick so fucking often. It's really irritating, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the old brain's definitely a little cloudy today. Not actually because of the cold, I don't think. I think the reason my brain's a little cloudy is because of sleep deprivation, which was the cold's fault. The sleep deprivation was, like, I don't think the cold itself is interfering with my cognitive functions, but it indirectly caused me to get a horrendous night of sleep, because I basically couldn't stop myself from coughing awake. And so I just could not stay asleep for very long. Berries. Strawberry jam. I don't want it anymore. I don't either. Welcome in, JCR. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. As you said, the Celeste grind never stops. I say I don't need them, but then I'm back every single week. Grinding away. Could I please get a segment 3 entrance? Celeste kind of doesn't ever end. I mean, a big part of why I do so much Celeste on the channel is because it just gets good viewership. Like, I mean, I love Celeste, and I'm happy to keep playing it, but, it does just actually get... See, most of the time it seems to get more attention than... Like, there are a lot of people who only watch the Celeste content. Like, they won't watch a ton of the other stuff. Which is totally fine. I'm happy to keep doing Celeste, but... Yeah. Sometimes you gotta give the people what they want. That's what we call internal external motivation. I'm not sure I'm reading that right, to be honest, CD. There we go. Love, I wanted you to play 5 hour 2 and you didn't. Or sorry, I wanted you to play 5 hour. I don't think there was a 2 there. I'm reading it out of the corner of my eye. Oh, you didn't read it right, but that's entirely expected. Alright, cool. Good to know that my failure was all but guaranteed. What do y'all think? Should we go back and do all of the extra side? Should we go back and get all achievements on 5 hour? Is that worth it? Is that worth? Five hour 2. I feel like I might not be able to escape 5 hour 2. I feel like it might. Yeah, I feel like, as he said, it might be inevitable. Alright, don't do stupid bullshit there. Thank you, Brian. Please. Alright, thank fucking God. Finally made it past that bullshit room. Hey, yippee! Cool. There's our segment 3 entrance. Fucking finally, Jesus. No! Too far down? That was not something I was trying to fix. Still, it was the first actual good run today. Took an hour and 40 minutes to get a decent run going. Actually, you know what? Now that I've made a little bit of progress, I'm gonna not overtax my brain, and I'm gonna go play Wordle real quick. Because I don't think I've done that today. Once again, I'm just gonna say my guesses out loud. So, just so I don't have to deal with switching things around. But yeah, we're gonna do Wordle. So Wordle spoilers, feel free to like mute for a few minutes if you want to avoid those. We're starting with bread today. And I got absolutely fucking 0 things out of that. What if we go like... What if we go like... What if we go like tough, maybe? Because that gets us another couple vowels. Okay. We got a T in the wrong place and an O in the right place. That's good, that's good. Should probably test the I at least. So let's go like, what could we start with here? Could I do like an O-T-I kind of thing in the center? Maybe end with an L? I don't know if there are any words like that. I don't think there are. If I abbreviate notif, like, if I do the abbreviation of notification, will that work? It seems not. What if we try a Y ending? So we go like... Motley? No. What? Are there 2 L's or 2... I don't know. I don't remember how you spell Motley. How do you spell Motley? Oh, I'm looking at it. Oh, it's an EY. The evil EY of death, doom, despair, and destruction. Got it. Multi... Jolty? Okay. No Y. That's also not the right spot for the T. Good to get a couple other consonants eliminated as well. We could end with the T. Oh, point. Don't know why I didn't see that sooner. So, I still don't have the T in the right place. I have eliminated all of the other possible T places. So I'm thinking that's going to be an XTI something. It wouldn't be like motive, right? No, because that's got an E at the end. What am I talking about? Otim? Like, we could end with M there? Ick? Oh, tick? I don't know. This word is Toby Fox's favorite word. Probably. I don't know what that means. I'll keep that in mind. OTIS maybe is the ending? No, I'm not seeing anything that would actually work there. It could be like a something OTSI. Yeah, OTSI. There are some words like that out there, but I'm not seeing anything. Coffee. I don't know. Cotty. I don't. We could try IoT as a start. That doesn't feel right though. The only word I can think of that starts with IoT is iota, and that's 4 letters. Are there any other consonant clusters that I can end the word with? Not really. I feel like it's like right there and I'm just not seeing it. OTIW maybe? There's genuinely only so many fucking words this can even be at this point. My brain's just not clocking what any of them could possibly be. OTIX? FOTIX? I don't... my brain's not working. VOTV? Cotive. I don't fucking know. I'm actually losing my shit right now. Alright, hold on. Okay, back to Wordle. I had to send off a text. What could this be? Fatim... Fatik, I don't fucking know. We have a repeated letter? What would it be? We could go like Otio or something like that as the ending. Motio, Cotio, Votio. Otio. I don't fucking know. Sotio. The T can't be repeated. Stream's frozen? Oh, stream is absolutely frozen. I'm doing Wordle right now. But welcome in, Amy. It's good to see you. The word is bread. My first guess all along. This is bad, y'all. My brain is actually not clicking whatever this fucking word is. Yeah, go for it, CD. I don't really want this to drag off too long. Oh, hold on. What if it's like motif? Okay. I'm so fucking dumb. You're right. That was bad, y'all. That was rough. All right. Back to Celeste. Hopefully that will have rejuvenated my brain enough. Or yeah, probably Toby Fox's favorite word makes sense as a hint. That's a devs that likes his motifs right there. I'm so mad at I'm so mad at like how close the notif guess was. If you remember that, I was like, what if it's the abbreviation for notification? Like, so fucking close. CD was probably fucking dying. Like, I think I might have given CD an aneurysm if that had gone on any longer. I had the right idea very early on, like the OTI in the middle kind of structure. I just was not connecting it into I just wasn't connecting it into into anything actually constructive. Oh fuck. Do you know what was announced today? No. What was announced today? I'm scared now. Ready Player 2. Oh boy. Like a movie adaptation? Because I think the book has existed for a little while at this point, right? Yeah, I also fucking love the Ready Player 1 book. I don't really think the movie did it justice. But yeah, the movie was decent. The movie was decent. It wasn't a very... I didn't find it to be a very faithful adaptation. But the movie was enjoyable in its own way. I'll put it at that. Yeah. Is this about to be a thing where, like, your hatred for Ready Player 2 is not exaggerated at all? That is, wow. Insane. I mean, I guess that solves the problem of whether or not I actually want to read it or not. I've been debating that for a while. Bottom 3 pieces of media ever fucking made. I just remember looking at the synopsis of Ready Player 2 and thinking to myself, it really feels like they just undid a bunch of the character development at the end of the first book for the sake of making another book. I remember just, yeah, like, reading the synopsis and thinking to myself, doesn't this kind of, like, defeat the purpose of some of the ending of the first book? And the first book had a really solid ending. I love a good plot that might as well be fan fiction. Genuinely, this shit is not real. The hired ghostwriters for that one. Oh yeah, go for it, CD. One of these days I'll get another decent run going. Oh my god. There we go. No. Checkpoint 1! Alright, let me lock in for a second CD, and then I will take a look at what you have sent. Because I've actually got a rare fucking run. Oh, fuck. That was just like a microsecond too early. Oh. Okay. James Holiday made a fucking evil digital copy of himself before he died. And then after Wayne takes control of the Oasis, this digital copy goes and breaks Nolan Sorrento out of prison. And then they activate a device which locks every in-use Oasis to the heads of everyone so they can't take it off. And the main characters of Ready Player One have to go through a series of challenges to save the world. Okay, so I remember why I was hesitant to read Ready Player 2. Its plot reminded me of fucking Sword Art Online. I am now remembering why I was hesitant to read Ready Player 2. I know you. Yeah. When it comes to Sword Art Online, I feel like I'm nothing if not predictable. It's SAO, but somehow worse. Dog. Uh-oh. That's the kind of bar you have to dig to get under. That was bullshit. Love shitting on SAO even though I've never seen it. It's probably not worth seeing at this point. I think the reason that I like shitting on SAO so much is because the premise just has so much fascinating potential that is just so squandered by an author that doesn't know the strengths of his own good ideas. And ended up dragging out what was originally a self-contained story into fucking seasons and seasons of bullshit. Like, what's interesting about Sword Art Online is the first volume of the light novel is very self-contained. Like, honestly, I don't think you could just stop at the first volume of the light novel and it would be a self-contained story. Reki Kawahara then proceeded to make something like 30 more volumes at this point. Which was just so unnecessary. Some of the later arcs have had some actual decent food for thought. But one of the most consistent things about Sword Art Online is its ability to just squander its own potential. I mean, if you're looking for a good hate watch, I do highly recommend Sword Art Online. It's pretty stellar. It's also worth hate watching in dub, because then you get to hear Bryce Pappenbrook. Like, I promise Sword Art Online dub is worth it just for goofy Bryce Pappenbrook. Ooh. I don't know why I'm always so timid about that jump. That jump is more forgiving than it should be. And, okay, it's more forgiving than it looks. And I think, because of that, I often, like, freak out and just undercook it. Oh, that's so sad. You gotta lose at least one run per day to that room. The plot of RP2 gives potential for a 3 out of 10 book, and it ends as a 0 out of 10. There's no theoretical way in which it could be worse than SAO. That's really funny. Sword Art Online, at least the first season's like a solid... Okay, the first half of the first season is like... maybe like a 4 out of 10. And the second half of the first season is like a 2 out of 10. Maybe. The second half of the first season of Sword Art Online is pretty fucking bad. I'll give the first half of the second season, like, a 3 out of 10. But it's also less fun to watch than the second half of Sword Art Online Season 1. Then there's probably my least favorite arc in the entire story. Just for how aggressively boring and cringe it is. Which they do as sort of like a side story halfway through Season 2. Oh my god! Please! Okay, there we go. And then the final arc of Season 2 is actually... I could see giving it like a 5 out of 10. Now, well, I'll stick with 4, because I don't know if it's better than the first half of the first season. That being said, the first half of the first season, in light novel form, is actually decent. Just not in the way I think you would expect it to be. The first arc of Sword Art Online is so fucking weird, because... I don't know how exactly to explain this, but it's kind of like the A and B plots are reversed. It's all the same shit happening, but the way that the story is structured, like, essentially switches the A and B plots. And I think what is the A plot of the light novel would have made for a less popular, anime than Sword Art Online ended up being, but I think in its original context, that story actually works a little bit better, because the stuff it really fails at just becomes kind of like a backdrop that you can kind of just take more at face value. I don't know. Yeah. No! No! Just know that whenever I hate on a song, know that it is not 1/100th of the hate I hate for RP2. Genuinely, the AM copy pasta is how I feel about this book. Holy fuck.
I'm seeing this movie day one, by the way, as you should. You know, CD, even the, like, evil clone thing about Ready Player 2 kind of reminds me of this reoccurring thing they do in Sword Art Online, where they insist on having the bad guy from the first arc of the show come back for no fucking reason, even though he's very, very, very fucking dead. He genuinely has, like, a digital fucking ghost. He doesn't, like, he isn't always the bad guy in the later seasons, though. That actually reminds me that I need to do a rewatch of SAO Abridged. I can't remember, did they ever finish the Fairy Dance arc? Their version of Fairy Dance arc? I'll check that in just a second, actually. Bro, let Junko die? Yeah, it's that kind of shit. It absolutely is that kind of shit. Like, we get it. You had a good villain. Come up with some other shit, please. And that's the thing about Sword Art Online villain. He's not that good of a villain. He's not nearly well explored enough to warrant how often he comes back to haunt the plot. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, we're alive, so I'll take it. Oh my god. Dude. Genuinely some of the most irritating deaths of all time tonight. Let me out of 6B hell, just in general. Like, I know I've been saying let me out of segment 1 hell. Let me out of just 6B hell. Like, this obviously isn't as bad as, 7A yet, but it's still no small undertaking. Let me 6B free. You're right, CD. I will absolutely use that. I'm actually so tired of coming up with good stream titles for 6B, which is why you'll notice the fuck shit that I pulled this time. Oh my god. That felt like it was gonna fuck up. Actually, that, fucking reminds me, CD. There's a, there is, like, a really funny, album name that I could riff off of. And I actually haven't heard this album yet. It's just by an artist that I have, like, slowly been working my way through their discography. Rex Orange County. Rex Orange County's debut album is called, Because You Will Never Be Free. That was some stupid bullshit that my brain just pulled. Yeah, it's called Because You Will Never Be Free, but every, like, B is... It's spelled, like, B-C-O-S. So I could riff off of that one for another. Sunflower's a pretty goated song. I have been... Most of what I've listened to from Rex Orange County is his 3rd and 5th album. Both of which I thought were pretty good. Pony's quite good. Both 10 out of 10 and Pluto Projector on that one are quite good. And the album Closer is... Which is, I think, called, like, It's Not the Same Anymore? Something like that. There's a lot of good material on his 3rd album, for sure. I know a lot of people weren't as big of a fan of his 3rd album, because apparently he kind of pivoted his direction, his songwriting direction a little bit. But because his 3rd album was the first thing I heard from him, it doesn't bother me. And then I quite liked his 5th album as well, which is The Alexander Technique. I gave that a pretty high rating back in 2024 when it came out. Oh, here, let me take a look at this. Wow, this album is overhated. It seems that everyone calls this one of the worst Weezer albums, akin to the likes of Make Believe, but I really don't get the hate. Yeah, there's some uninspired tracks like Piece of Cake and The Prince Who Wanted Everything, but you'll be damned to find a modern Weezer album without some essence of filler. For the most part, it's a consistent listen with some good tracks. And on that note, favorites, Can't Knock the Hustle, High as a Kite, I'm Just Being Honest, Byzantine, least favorite song, Piece of Cake. Rating 78 out of 100. Huh. Okay. I'll give Black... I was kind of just gonna, like, pass up on Black, but with... I'll give it a listen if you think there's some warrant to that CD. Some merit, some whatever fuck. You missed an entire middle message. Oh, holy fuck, I did. Alright, listen here. Let me tell you about a little track called Can't Knock the Hustle. This track is easily the best song from the best Weezer song from the 2010s, and I will take no slander. It is an unequivocal jam and makes this album worth listening to on its own, and all of its haters have to go through me. Alright, I don't know how I missed the whole message. Thank you, CD. Hell yeah, I'll give Black Album a listen at some point then. Probably not gonna loop around to Pacific Daydream or Hurley anytime soon. Maybe I'll re-listen to Make Believe at some point. And actually, I think Weezer has a new album coming out too, don't they? Like a sort of like self-titled gold album, I think? Oh, fuck. Shit. Fuck. Okay, hold on. I gotta lock back in here for a sec. August 21st, alright. I've been so ahead on Weezer Windows, I've actually heard the first 3 songs from OK Human. Alright. I do hope you like OK Human, because it really clicked for me at the very least. Liking it so far? Alrighty. Good to hear, good to hear. Ah! Okay, cool. Alright, I'm going to actually lock in this time. The last few times I've made it here, I think I've actually been focused on yapping, and I haven't done a very good job at this part, so I'm going to try and lock in. Oop, 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 oop. Okay. We made it through. You gotta give it a pretty much full jump there. Like, as long as you bonk your head, too, it works pretty well. Nice. Oh my god, that made me nervous. Alright, we're good, though. For now. Oh, God. Those drops are pretty nasty, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, here we go. Segment 3. Oh my god. Oh, I thought I was about to fuck that up so bad. That was so evil, Brain! That was so sad. Okay. Okay, cool, cool. Woo! Have you seen the music video for all my favorite songs? I have not yet. I will definitely check that out, though, if it's quite good. Okay. I still got some fight left in me, I guess. I mean, it's not a distance PB, but that's absolutely the second best that's absolutely the second my second best run of this level ever. Yeah. Not much else to say. It was a good run. I could definitely feel myself getting pretty shaky towards the end, probably because I haven't been able to get enough runs that far in, especially this stream. Like, I think that's maybe even only the second run today that has even made it to segment 3 at all. So I was definitely a bit nervy. Thought I was gonna die. Proceeds to trip on air. Yeah. I mean, even in my fucking poor-ass current condition, I still managed to get a run to... That was the 3rd to final room? So... I mean, the Golden Berry is definitely within reach at this point. Just a matter of getting enough runs out there that one of them breaks through. It is kind of a shame that I wasn't able to get that run all the way to the penultimate room, because I actually genuinely think that I did some pretty good practicing on that room today. And there was a better than previously chance that I would have actually made it through. Oh my god. Okay, we're through. That was weird at the end there. Oop. Okay. That felt a little dicey, but it worked. That also felt a little dicey. Oh! Ah, those drops are brutal, as usual. It's brutal out here. I'm genuinely so close with the B-side stream titles of just picking any fuck shit that has a B in it and just, like, emphasizing the B and calling it a day. Like, new stream title unlocked, it's Brutal out here? Like, come on. It's B-Brutal out here. The bar is low. So low, yeah. It really is fucking low right now. What was that bullshit? That was a really fucking stupid bash issue. In a second here, I'm actually kind of interested to compare how many streams I've done of this to how many streams I've done of 7A. Like, to be honest, as much as this process has dragged on... Here, let's go take a look right now. As much as this process has dragged on, I still don't think it's anywhere close to as bad as 7 was. 7A was a fucking nightmare. Alright, let's go. 30, okay. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is our 9th stream. Yeah, I think this is our 9th stream of 6B. And then let's count 7A streams. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Dude, if 6B takes another half year, it's gonna be like 6, 7B or some shit like that. We gotta keep it trendy for the kids, exactly. So we're at 9 6B streams. We would, like, it would still, this would have to drag on for another, probably about 2 months, for it to end up being as bad as 7 was. And, like, I'm not gonna say that's impossible, because, you know, I do have a massive skill issue, like, at all fucking times. I don't think it's likely, though. Like, as I have been saying, like, the last few streams haven't exactly been the best conditions. Like, I've had to sort of, de-rust after my little vacation. I've been dealing with the illness this time. Like, we were pretty close back at the end of June. And I've just sort of, like, I've been poised to get the berry, but just, like, never quite done it during the best of conditions. Never quite done attempts during the best of conditions since then. So I do genuinely feel like we're not too far off from the berry at this point. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Ugh. Huh? I mean, I know I just pressed left too early there, but... usually you kind of get sucked in there. That was weird. Loaf, you gotta beat 6B before I beat an extreme demon. We'll see. I'd love to. I'd certainly love to. Best is 89%. Yeah, I'd love to, but I also only do this once a week. That's very impressive, though. Congrats on 89%. I yelled very loudly when that happened. I fucking would have too. Oh my god. Fucking, what was that? That was some bullshit. Nice. And I have 11k. Okay, well, 3k attempts is very optimistic. I think we've probably cracked about 5k at this point. We were very close to 5k attempts at the beginning of the stream, and I feel like we probably crossed that threshold. Oh my god. Here, let's check real quick. Return to map. Have we crossed the 5k threshold? Not quite. I still think we probably will. Because I'm not overly optimistic it would happen today. I've only got a little bit left in my stream time. I suppose I could keep it. I did start at a reasonable time today, so I suppose I could keep it going if, like, I start playing really fucking well. I just don't think that's gonna happen. Because, like, even if I probably won't end today with over 5k. But, like, just practicing at the beginning of next time will probably put me over that threshold. No! Why'd I get so much extra boost? What the brain? What the brain? Oh, hello, figure. Welcome in. I hate Zenless. What happened? Lost W engine at 8. Pity. Aw, hell nah. Aw, fucking hell nah. Aw, fucking hell nah. Rena's? Oh, that's ass. I'm so sorry. Actually, I don't know if Rena's W engine is decent meta-wise. I mean, obviously you prefer to get each individual character's W engine, but some of those, like, permanent unit W engines are at least decent as alternatives. So I don't know if Rena's W engine is alright or not. Good-ish if you want Ben Bigger upscale. But who runs Ben Bigger? That's a good point. I like using Ben sometimes, but that's because I just don't have a better fire team. You rejoined for anniversary? A little bit. I at least logged in a couple times to claim the exclusive rewards. I'm planning on doing a little bit more as well. Alright, also, fucking hell. I really did not want to survive that. I am planning on, hold on. Actually, I gotta lock the fuck in. Okay. Okay. What the fuck? Brain. Brain. That's so fucking sad. That was a big blunder. I held on too long to that wall, which meant that I couldn't catch it as it was falling. I actually totally could have, if I just held down instead of like just fumbling everything, but it's okay. Yeah, no, I know, Lumi, and welcome in. Welcome in, by the way. I do know that, my brain fucked it up in the moment. Got Remy? No. Is Remy the new character? But yes, welcome in. Welcome in, Lumi. Good to see you. Good to see you here. as do many ZZZ characters figure, as do many. Sorry, Loaf, I was replying to my friend Kong, the one who keeps trying to pay me for editing the video, and I keep ghosting him. That is a top 10 CD bit right there. Nekomata just got made meta? Are we fucking for real right now? Like, dead ass figure? Because I just completely accidentally actually have a decent copy of Nekomata. Like, I think I have like a Mindscape 3 copy of Nekomata right now. Plus, I believe I have her W engine. Though they also gave it to Jane. I also have an okay copy of Jane. I do not have Jane's signature W engine. I actually ended up, for the like free S rank that you got for the anniversary, I ended up grabbing Trigger. Because I've been meaning to try out like a Trigger Silver Soldier team comp for a while. Because I have a pretty good copy of Silver Soldier and B at this point. I've spent a fair bit of time building her out. I run one team with just M1 Yishuan. I mean, from what I understand, Yishuan's good enough to maybe warrant that. Yeah, especially if you've got some goated discs there as well. Oh, that's stupid. Alan is Alan. I run a Miyabi team sometimes, like I do, like it's a mono ice team or whatever you call it. It's like Miyabi, Lycon, and Sokaku, which works pretty well for any ice-related things. I really tried to get the Miyabi W engine, but I just can't. I cannot fucking get the Miyabi. She's actually good? Is that a question? I don't know. The team works pretty well. I'm not that in touch with the meta of ZZZ. I just find something that works well enough for whatever I'm trying to do, which is almost never anything like insanely difficult. CD, have I ever asked you fuck, marry, kill? What's the bit? It's fuck, marry, kill. whimsy, yearning, and rage baiting. I can't remember if I've asked that question on stream before. No idea what fuck, marry, kill means? The traditional way you play that game is you, like, give a list of 3 celebrities and you say fuck, marry, kill. And you have to pick one to fuck, pick one to marry, and pick one to kill. It's a game of all time. I think it's a lot more fun when you start introducing abstract concepts. Just in general. Which is why, yeah. I find that bit to be pretty funny once you start introducing abstract concepts instead of people. Okay, I know that I know what it is. I'm sorry that I didn't know because because explaining the innate process of the game is very awkward. It is a bit awkward, yeah. What were the options again? It's, yearning, whimsy, rage bait. Mary rage bait. Amazing figure. Kill yearning. Okay. Whimsy. Whimsy's the third one figure. Fuck whimsy, marry rage bait, kill yearning. I think CD and figure just actually picked the same thing. Wow, I'm locked the fuck out. Come on, Brain. I got one more good run in me, right? I can lock back in for one more good run, right? Well, marrying yearning is too common of an opinion. Come on. I would just really like to... okay. Fuck it. We're good. We made it. Saved that. Oop, 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 oop. Oh my fucking god. Bumpers! I hate bumpers, I hate bumpers, I hate bumpers. There's a much better way to pass that horrible bumper gamble. I would absolutely love to hear it, but would you mind telling me about it once I'm done with runs for the day? Which isn't gonna take me too much longer. Because as much as I'd love to implement that, I feel like when I'm this far into runs, like, interrupting the muscle memory is probably going to do more harm than good. But it would be nice to know about so that I can try to play around with it next time. Unless it's like actually mega easy and it's something that I can do like right away, which might be the case. Sometimes it is. It's mega easy. Okay. I mean, it might be worth taking a look at then. Okay. I did not like that. What the fuck was that? No, actually, what the fuck was that? Why did the laser activate so fucking fast? Oh, that was so easy. That was so... So you want to grab the wall such that your feet are roughly aligned with the bottom of the wall. Okay, then just release grab and hold right and double dash upright to barely reach the crumble block? Okay. Actually, I'm gonna have to think about that a little bit more, Lumi. Alright, well, that was a good run. I'll keep runs going for a little longer until I'm, like, relatively certain a run like that has no chance. Dash upright. I don't know where I got the word double from. I looked at your message again. I have some fucking reading issues sometimes. My brain likes to invent words that are not there. You mean dyslexia? I mean, I'm not one to self-diagnose, but, sometimes my brain doesn't like to read. That or streamer brain. Yeah, streamer brain too. Or perhaps both. Both could be true, but, you know. I'm generally not one to self-diagnose, so instead I just say I read bad. Every reading disorder under the sun. That should be a future Empires stream title. Like, that would be a peak Phoenix Wright stream title. Oh, okay. We're alright, I guess. Okay, well, we wait. I guess we fucking wait. Oh, I kind of felt like... What's funny is that the first two tracks of Everything Under the Sun are Schizophrenia and Half Crazy, which are already very relevant to the new title. No, okay. I don't know what goofy combination of dashes made me die there. Dash directions made me die there, but oh well. Alright, cool. Oh my god, what the— okay, I bonked my head. That's really sad. That did not need to happen. Alright, gotta go take my dog on a walk. I imagine you're ending soon. Yeah, I'm probably not sticking around too much longer, CD. So I will see you next time. Thanks for sticking around. I have not tried to implement it yet, but I am keeping it in mind. Oh, that sucks. I'd kind of like to get one more run to third segment before I call it quits for today. Nope, okay. Okay, real quick, Lumi, is this the part where your strat is supposed to apply? I'm just trying to make sure I actually have the part correct. Like the part where you have to kind of like thread the needle between the spikes. Damn. I'm a little sad about how high the death rate has been in segment 2 lately. Because before my little mini break earlier in July, segment 2 was, I had like near perfect consistency on the second segment. No!
Angel.
Armor? Interesting.
Go, angel.
Oop. Little dicey there. What? What? Ugh. These segment 2 deaths are really disheartening. Because it does not feel like they should be happening as much as they are. Alright, honestly, I probably have like maybe 5 more minutes worth of attempts left in me, and then I'm probably gonna call it quits. So maybe I'll, yeah. Yeah, I'll just do about 5 more minutes, I think. Well, I'll try to start a run for just 5 more minutes. This level isn't exactly short. Okay. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Oh. Okay, I think that's it. That's very sad, but I think that's it for today. Whew, okay. You know, in spite of the fact that there wasn't a distance PB today, by the end of the stream, I think the consistency was looking pretty good. Decent number. I need to clean up the second segment. I really need to clean up the second segment. I think more good practice on the final two segments. Couple of sticking point rooms there. I need to clean up second segment, and I should at some point try to implement Lumi's strat. Your feet are roughly aligned with the bottom of the wall, then just release, grab, and hold right. Oh, does that, like, circumvent that entirely? I'm actually gonna go take a look at that real quick. With my little remaining time, I'll go take a look-see. No. See, now I can't even do the normal shit. Okay, so... let's see. Can I please... okay, so... we kind of go like this, right? Oh! Okay! That's not too bad. Yeah, I gotta keep that in mind for next time. That's actually fairly consistent. There we go, yeah. I mean, I still gotta fuck around with the bumper a little bit just to get on that ledge. But I think it's less than I would otherwise have to fuck with the bumper. So we go like this, and then like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can just kind of circumvent that.
Thanks for the tip, Lumi. That actually works quite well. Research chapter. Actually, let's go take a look-see. Let's see, return to map. Did we cross the 5,000 death threshold? 87. You know what I'm gonna do just for shits and giggles next time? I'm gonna start stream, maybe? If I can remember to do this. I'm gonna start stream by just doing, like, enough attempts to hit 5,000. Just, like, Hail Mary, just in case my brain locks in and I can get the, and I can get it in under 5,000 deaths. Just for giggles. We'll try that next time. Yeah, I think that's about everything I have for today. So, I want to thank everyone so much for watching. We had, Figure and JCR and Armageddon on YouTube side, and we had Lumi, CD, and Amy, I think. Yeah, I think we had Amy as well on Twitch side. So thanks so much everyone for dropping by. The other thing, yeah, stream schedule. I should be back tomorrow night for some Yakuza Kiwami side quest King Chronicles. That should be fun. Excited for some more of that. We have finished the main plot at this point, so it's just a matter of wrapping up a few other side content type of things, and then I'll be done with that game. Later this week, I will hopefully be starting Portal. I have not played Portal before. I've heard only good things about Portal. And so I figured for my last little summer mini-series, it's time to give it a go. Yeah, Portal. So Yakuza will be tomorrow night. Portal will be either Wednesday afternoon or Friday evening, depending on how I'm feeling about many different things. Yeah, that's the plan right now. But with that, I think I shall bid you all adieu. It's been fun. It's been great. Amy, I never played Portal. No, that's why we're doing it now. That's why we're doing it now, Amy. That's what everyone says, Amy. That's why I'm playing Portal. I'm finally gonna play Portal. That's why it's happening. It's happening, I promise. Alright, y'all. It's been fun. It's been great. But with that, I think I shall have to bid you all adieu and see you all next time. Ciao!